What's going on, everybody? Trey back with G Squared Tactical. Today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different that we haven't really gotten into as of late, but is curious. It piques my curiosity. We've reviewed a lot of Stoegers on the channel before. We've reviewed their pistols. We've reviewed a shotgun or two. But recently, I came to the realization that Stoeger actually makes airsoft rifles. When I was a kid, I was infatuated with these things. It was all I could do to get my hands on one. I was begging my parents every time a birthday would come around. If I was going to the doctor, whatever the case might be, I was pumped because I knew that there might be a chance I could get my hands on an airsoft rifle or a pellet gun, whatever the case might be. And even now, being an adult, there are still some practical reasons why I could see myself getting one of these, be it for rodents, be it for just fun, just playing out in the backyard if you live in the city limits. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Stoeger Bullshark. An interesting rifle, an interesting offering, one that you don't really see too much of. I haven't seen too many of them in the shelf. I don't know if it's because I haven't necessarily been looking for them, but it is chambered in two different calibers. You have your .177 and your .22 caliber. There are a ton of awesome features on this. So it is a two-stage adjustable trigger. We'll get into some more of those specifics, but I kind of want to go ahead and take it out of the box because it's consuming a lot of space at the moment. I'll send you or show you guys some pictures of the box and kind of everything that it comes with. This is the FM1 model, again brought to you by Stoeger, the same company that makes rifles, shotguns, you name it, they make it all. And now they make the airsoft rifle. They've been offering them for a little bit, but it's my first time kind of getting my hands on one. So we'll take this kind of out of the box, and then in a minute we'll kind of go through everything that it comes with. So it's a little bit heavy for, you know, one hand, if you will. It's coming in right at around 6 pounds. So it's not the lightest in the world, but it only has a 1 pound, 10 ounce trigger pull, a two-stage trigger pull, with a very nice little foregrip on the front, and does come with a 1/2 inch 28 threaded barrel on the end of it. So if you wanted to slap a suppressor on there, make it a little bit quiet. Your decibel reading, it's only coming in at about 83 decibels, so it's not the loudest out there, but it is kind of, see if you guys can kind of get a little bit of a feel. It's not the loudest. I mean, it does have, it lets you know that there is something that is being shot, I suppose, but you have a rail up top, so if you wanted to mount a scope or anything of that nature, you certainly have that ability to do that. It does come with a 5-year warranty, which is nice. On a lot of rifles and guns, you know, there's basically a lifetime warranty with a lot of these different offerings from different companies. Some companies have better warranties than others, but it's nice to know that you're getting that 5-year warranty. I mean, let's be honest, in 5 years, there's probably going to be something that offers a little bit more, probably something a little bit more advanced, because there's always room for improvement with these companies. As I mentioned, you do have your threaded barrel, a 265cc air tank that is included on this. You have your integrated silencer already. You have an ergonomic stock design. As we move back towards the rear of this, you have a pro adaptive checkering, which comes on the bottom of this, which is, you know, kind of nice for those of you that whenever you might be out shooting 25 yards, 50 yards, whatever it is you're shooting at, you're going to get about 1,009, 1,020 feet per second. It's at least what I was getting whenever I was shooting this in my backyard. You do have a buttstock, and it does come with spacers, so 2 for length of pull adjustment, a contoured recoil pad, which is very nice to have. I mean, it's all about comfort whenever you are shooting. So Stoeger has certainly implemented some of their levels of comfort into this. You do have an interchangeable pistol grip, and it does come with another interchangeable pistol grip to experience, you know, and enhance the way that you hold and get a purchase on this air rifle. It has a very interesting charging method. It's very easy to operate. It's just a little lever that you pull back and then push back forward. Again, not the loudest in the world. A lot of my comparison that I'm doing here is not based off of like other guns that we've reviewed on the channel, because this is the first air rifle that we have reviewed on this channel. but it's based off of my childhood. So I try to flash back a little bit and kind of remember what it was like to get that first air rifle, to get that first BB gun, if you will. I was ecstatic. I couldn't get enough of it. I went from Nerf guns to the BB guns to air rifles, and then graduated into what we now call G-Squared Tactical. But in the process, this was a stepping stone. You got to get one. No matter your age, I mean, you can have fun with it at any age. I'm sure your kids are going to, be all about it. If you have kids, they're going to want one. They're going to want to shoot it. And what better way to train or to teach about gun safety than with a lower caliber, not with a 9mm, not with a 45. Don't put them on a 12 gauge. Put them on an airsoft rifle. Put them on a pellet gun. Put them on something that's not going to do as much damage. Something that's safe, if you will. All guns can be safe. It's all about the person holding them, but you got to teach that safety. It's not inherently given, if you will. Like our ability to, walk, you got to kind of teach that. As I mentioned, you do have that Picatinny rail. You do have the option to add a Picatinny rail right where this foregrip is. If you wanted to add a light, if you wanted to add some other sort of attachment, you do have that option, and it comes with it in the box. So speaking of the box, let's kind of sit the FM1 Bullshark down for a second and pick up our box that we just recently put down in the floor. You do have a manual safety. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but it says 1,200 feet per second. We were getting anywhere from like 1,009 to pushing 1,100 at its max. As I mentioned, you do get another pistol grip that it comes with. A really interesting blue color. It's very vibrant and very much so stands out. A lot of tools in order to take this down. You do get little magazines, which are pretty neat. So it does shoot those pellets. It is a pellet gun. And the first one, whenever you are loading this magazine, you have to load from the back, and then thus forward, every one after that, you load from the front. It is pretty neat, and I kind of like that design. Comes with 2 magazines, so you have that ability. This is the foregrip, the Picatinny that sits right behind the foregrip that I was just mentioning. A cheek riser that you can replace and put on there if you don't like the one that's already on there. So it comes with a lot of stuff. I will say this, kind of out of the box. So recreation, pest control, small game, just different kind of stuff like that. But out of the box, it didn't really come with a ton of information about it. A lot of what I found out was something that I've just kind of had to look up. If you guys have any questions, if I left anything out, please make sure you drop it in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure to get back with you as soon as possible. We really appreciate it when you guys comment on our channel, and you subscribe and like and support us in every way possible. We do have a website up now, gsquaretactical.com, where you can go and get all of our merch. We got range hats, we got, you name it. We got keychains, coasters, cups, shirts. Get you some merch. We really appreciate it, and thank you guys so much for supporting, and I'll see you in the next one.